Our CTA will tell you some of our announcements that are coming up to make it even easier for you from your bedroom or from your car or from your place of business to be able to invest in these wonderful companies. Because when you invest in these companies, you're investing in yourself. What's happening is that these people, these founders are able to hire people, they're able to grow the economy by paying more taxes. They'll be able to do so many things because you invest directly in them and you're showing that your confidence in them. And so without further ado, I'm going to introduce my CTO, the spokesman, the real spokesman of the company. And he's going to give you some more information. DRC Ramming Jr.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you guys for coming. DRC Ramming Jr., I'm the Chief Technology Officer. So we have some new things coming technologically to the platform in the next coming months. We're launching a secondary market, which means investors will be able to exit should a life event happens. That's really important. We're also in the final stages of testing our new platform, so expect to hear some more information about that. But this really is not about us and ArawakX today. This is about a new issuer today, and I want to highlight all of this technology is just there to help support these issuers and the hard work, because it's them that create the value moment by moment, because it's a medical business. I can say patient by patient. And so, so it's really important that we and the media and everybody understands that finance is just there to support industry. And so welcome, and thank you for entrusting your company with us.
Thank you.
And the moment we have all been waiting for. Mr. Johnson, please, right here, sir. And Mr. CTO, please. And yes, and we reveal.
Y'all got music today?
I know I go on.
Like doing cowbell.
And ladies and gentlemen, the new investments of ArawakX, Mr. Danny Johnson, and Foot Care. Yes. Like a Valley Boy ring, eh? Saxons. Oh, that's a Saxons ring. Sorry.
I got the rock attack.
Oh, I understand. Please, Dr. Johnson.
Thank you all very much. It's a beautiful day in the Bahamas. Wonderful.
We have a video.
Oh, the video first. Sorry.
ArawakX introduces Bahamas is Danny. We are trying to finance the expansion of this enterprise. It is a worthy world-class. We're asking $2 million. Funds will be split up for each thing: outfitting, branding, to licensing, credible executive team, so operation. However, we have a general insurance management. I will also watch the back office and do the power approval. We have a great league of really a set of doctors that are par excellence. Healthcare is a good bet. Ravaging the Bahamas. See that this will go project.
Dr. Johnson?
Very strange speaking. I'm going to give you two shorts at this point to my friends, and then Dr. Patrick Roberts, who taught me basically. They got me shaking in a peculiar way. I did not set out to study. Sigmund Freud's daughter, Anna Freud, and I get a call from John. So my mom became diabetic and had neuropathy, and they figured something went wrong with her toe, and they thought they might have to take it off. That was a solution in those days. And it'll be, and there was a poor. That ain't no stage in life. And so I quit school, found out everything in the world I knew. I don't need to be doing amputations. Every 30 seconds, somewhere in this region, and I've been talking for just maybe minutes, as 2 individuals within 3 to 5 years are dead. Makes no sense. So I've devoted about half of my life to solving this problem. So I'm here to give you all some good news. I think we got the problem solved. Us little people in the Bahamas, I think we've solved a major problem. We can control the neuropathy, that's the changes in the nerve. We can control the things that happen with the blood vessels, and we can control the things that happen in the bone. And now we have a technology to preempt. It responds earlier than ever to the changes before you'll get an amputation, allowing us to prevent. Yeah? So I had a little chat with Desmond Tutu one day long ago. That's Bishop Desmond Tutu. And he says, we keep sending our young men out into these raging rivers to rescue the sick and the dying. And they come back, we come back like the fireman walking out of a burning building with 2 babies on your back and a puppy on your hat. Say, oh, what a great man, what a great man. And the next morning, guess what you got to do? Jump back into the raging river. And the next morning, jump back into the raging river. Meantime, hundreds of people are being lost. He says, would you all ever take the time to stop, go upstream, and find out why are people falling into the river and why they can't swim? So this technology is adding to his story. We're going upstream, and when you go upstream, you find out, 1, we could teach people to swim. Swimming ain't that hard. And 2, one of the bridges were broken. That's why the people coming downstream in the raging river, cascading to their death. This is where we're going. It's a new technology, a new way of looking at things, and when you change the way you look at things, the things you are looking at will change. So FootRx is my answer to my mother and her friend's problem. They couldn't understand why they reach a certain age, can't walk, in hospital all the time, getting amputations. Talking to Ken earlier, 1/3 of the people who are in hospital with diabetes should never have been there. A half of the surgical ward should never have been there. The cost of this is astronomical. In this little Bahamas, $200-300 million a year is being wasted on this problem. And no one wants to address it, really, because they ain't got no solution. So we come to the public now. I'm doing it already, but I'm only one person. I got a great staff, nice office. We're doing well. If I wanted to, I could just mosey on, play golf, drink on the weekend, have fun with my friends. But that's no impact on the society, no impact on this region, no impact in the world. So we have something, and we've decided we're going to give it as freely as we can at a entry point of $10 a share. $10. That's 2 soda or 1 bamboo shack. Take it or leave it. You can get involved in investing in health. I spoke with a group of doctors last night. Wonderful conversation. Boy, they get it. Right? We had a group of people last week. They get it. A young lady called yesterday. She's like, when are you all going to do this thing? And I said, tomorrow. She said, now, Johnson, you sure? They said, tomorrow. So this innovation of a local stock exchange where people can come and purchase shares in their local economy at an entry point that makes sense. See, we just come out of independence. This quiet revolution we had on Bahamianization wasn't so you could have a job in the bank. It's so you could buy shares in the bank where you bank. That's what Bahamianization is. And if you're not going to own your economy, then have a Coke and a smile. You ain't going nowhere, right? So I congratulate your group, sir, for the innovation, the idea, the vision, the courage to do this kind of thing. It's not easy. This ain't easy now, all right? But it's the right thing to do, right? And we're going to help you in doing it right. It's the only way for us to make progress. So for our little part, we're getting on this issue of diabetic foot. We want to put 5 clinics in Nassau, 5 in the Family Islands. We have 5 requests in the Caribbean region. Barbados is leading the world in amputation. not the Caribbean, the world in amputation, with no let-up in sight. And we are not far behind. Yeah, and so the time is now. Today is the day. Look at this. It's an incredible venture, a noble cause, and everyone will be able to be a part of what I really call the next phase of Bahamianization, owning your local economy. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Johnson. We are going to quickly move forward, and please, we're going to introduce our Chief of Marketing, also our Chief of Equities, and then the floor will be open for questions.
Good morning, all. This is an easy task for me. First of all, I'd like to thank the Johnsons and the entire team. You guys have made it quite easy for us in marketing because your product, there's the Chinese proverb that says, the best time for this was 20 years ago, and the second best time is now. So it's easy. There's one thing I like to say about employing partners and employees, and I said you have to be willing, able, and credible. Your entire company, yourself, and your product meets that criteria. You guys are willing, you're able, and you're credible, and we're sold. The stats, and there's another thing. Personally, I can sell, and my team, I can sell what I believe in, and I believe in it. I sit there as if I'm not a part of ArawakX, as if I am actually a part of ArawakX. So I'm a part of both. And my marketing team, I'd like to say thank you guys for doing a dynamic job in a short period of time with the help of, when I say marketing team, literally everybody in ArawakX is a part of marketing. From Ken, who he plays his role, but he keeps us moving, right? Literally everybody. We even get a compliance who supposedly just comes to some brainstorming and just throws in an idea. So I'd like to thank the entire ArawakX team for the marketing and all our supporting business leaders. While there, they know who they are, and that's it. So I really appreciate partnering up with you guys. Thanks a lot, Mr. Rowe.
Good morning, all. Good morning. The Equities Department is responsible for the onboarding of companies to be listed on the platform. And as you can see, the crowdfunding option has provided a real opportunity for businesses to raise the capital that they need to make their businesses successful. We still have Tropical Gyro out there who has about 35 days left, and they've already achieved their minimum raise, and so they're still adding on. And I'm sure FootRx is going to be a winner as well. The key thing, though, is that FootRx is bringing new technology to healthcare. They're bringing it at an affordable price, and they're bringing it to the community. So as you can see, if your business tends to be something that the community can support, it's a very good prospect for crowdfunding, and we invite you to come and reach out to us, and let's see how we can work together. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't ask nothing too clever early in the morning. We're good. Looks like you're good. As they say in theater, clear as mud.
Dr. Johnson, how is this going to work, and what's going to be the cost to visit FootRx?
Okay, this is simple planning. So this innovation is pretty straightforward. It is what I call storefront media style medicine. So you always see ads on TV about, and then you get up in the morning, instead of news, they got as much things about health. But they don't tell you what's your point of access. Where do you go to get this? And traditionally people had to go to hospital, or you got to find a specialist, or you got to go to a doctor. And you need an appointment. And you need this, you need insurance, there's so many things, it's like going on a plane almost. You need so much things to get to the point of access where you get care, okay? So we're reversing that, in that all of these locations will be easy and accessible. You could call and tell them you're coming, you can just go, or you can send in your message online, or become a member. And you have a regular time when you go for whatever you need. At that point of access, body scans, x-rays, blood work, anything you need is done right there within 15 minutes, and your first stage of solution is presented to you. The reason this happens and the reason it works is that early access in health gives better outcome. This is not a mystery, right? Post-COVID, you ain't getting in the hospital with no ingrown toenail. You're not going to get to see a surgeon if you have a cut underneath your foot and you come off the beach. You're on your own. But if you're a diabetic and you have that problem, you're in big trouble. And you need to have that looked at today. So we're giving people options of where you can go today to have something done right away. That's all this is. And it's specialty care, high technology, rapid response.
Is there a proven proof of concept? You have an operation already?
We already are in existence. Well, people know me. They know our brand. They know I've been doing this for 25, 30 years. They know the work we've done at the hospital, at all the clinics. We have Foot and Ankle International, which is a surgical group. But I've beta tested this idea of FootRx mini clinics on Carmichael Road, right in the middle of the busiest part of Nassau, Bahamas. That's a street that does not sleep, okay? It's right in the corner of Prescription Parlor Pharmacy. We say you limp in and you pimp out. It works. Right? I went out there the other day. The woman told me, "No, Johnson, you don't need your hair no more." I said, "Why?" She said, "It's our clinic. They got it under control. You go to the hospital, help them old people." I said, "Okay." It works. That's my proof of concept. So you always look at, when do you know you're having success? How do you measure success? And for me, success is when I get people who've been in a lot of trouble with their lower extremities, and they tell me they don't need me anymore, and they straight. And with confidence. That's my success.
Good morning, everyone. This
Hi.
question is for our CTO. So, how does someone go about investing in foot care?
Great question. So go to ArawakX.com. It should be live right now as we speak. You just click on the Foot Care RX. All of the information is readily available for you to read and understand. If you have any questions, you can contact us at ArawakX. People will be readily available to answer those questions. When you're ready to invest, you click the Invest button, and then you just follow the steps, and it's really simple. We've worked a long time to make it really, really easy for people to invest. It takes about 5 to 7 minutes.
Thank you.
Good morning. This question is for Dr. Johnson. Where are you planning to open up your locations?
So we are financing an expansion. I think that's important to say too. It's not a new idea. We are up and running. We are making money. We're not trying to borrow money. We ain't going to the bank. We don't need it. But we do need we need a scale to have the impact where it's going to make a difference in this country. That's the savings that is going to come. And as a result, we're saying we're going to do, we have Carmichael Road open. We have Fort Charlotte. We're going to do somewhere on Prince Charles Drive we're looking at now, and probably one in Palmdale. We have to go and open in Freeport. This is where we have satellites that are functioning once a week, but we have to open every day in Grand Bahama, Abaco, Eleuthera, Exuma, and the people in Andros Rowan, but we ain't get there yet. When we're finished with that, we have requests now for Bermuda, right? Barbados, Jamaica, and Turks and Caicos. And people in Turks ask me, please don't come back here until you bring this clinic, right? We don't want to see you anymore until you all could open this clinic, because they are sending their patients to Florida. Yeah? And they have to stay there for several weeks and then come home, and the bills are astronomical for simple things that we should be able to do ourselves. So that's our planned expansion. Should take a year for Nassau to build out. should take another year to get into the Caribbean. And in 3 to 5 years, you will see this company on the Arawak Bahamian Stock Exchange getting ready to do dividends. And we're going to be issuing 20% of the profits every year after 3 years. And people will see the value of their shares increase as we grow. And the potential, I really think, I don't know how you work out the final phase, is we're going to put this on the world stage. And just like our athletes go out in the world to compete, I like competing, right? And I want to put this on the world stage, and I like to win. That's all I can say. No. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Good morning. This question is for Dr. Johnson. After somebody comes into one of your clinics and gets checked, what is the next steps after that? The process is, what else do you have to offer for those patients that would come into the clinics?
So you all have heard about AI, that's artificial intelligence. You've heard about the kind of technology you use in the Army now, is sub-infrared light that actually can look through into the human body and see what's going on. We're going to be incorporating a protocol, and it's a simple system once again. Green light means, look, you're in a maintenance phase with your legs, and this is what you need in the maintenance phase. The protocol says exactly what you're going to get. The yellow light that's a cautionary phenomenon. You're in a spot where, boy, we got to take a little second look at you. You may need to see one of our doctors, or you may not, but let's keep this under control for 1 week and see how it goes. And some people come up with a red light, and they walk in from time to time. Look like they stepped on a landmine. No joke. And that's a red light. And they need immediate intervention. We have a mechanism by which they have surgery that day, or they're transferred to hospital immediately that day. Yeah.
Good morning. A quick question for you. Is your service offered under healthcare?
Yes. So this
Insurances, sorry.
Yes. This company is fully accredited by all insurers in the Bahamas. Anyone who has insurance, you can access the same thing. The insurance industry is going to call us one day and offer you all shareholders a massive amount of money, because this program will save them a third of their cost of hospitalization.
Beautiful.
This is population medicine.
Beautiful.
Okay, this will save them a third of their costs, and they don't want to tell you all their costs yet. Right, but this will save them a third of the cost, because a third of these people will never, ever, ever be admitted into hospital. The real danger in healthcare, in affording it, is if you have to go to hospital, one of these conditions, the price will kill you, not the disease. The price will kill you. Mark my word, I ain't joking. This ain't nothing to play with. This is serious stuff, and you have to do something about it. Instead of complaining about it, we said, let's do something. And here we are.
Dr. Johnson, as a potential investor, is the treatment the only form of revenue stream in the business, or is there other revenue streams?
There are other revenue. You're trying to get out all my secret, man.
Oh, sorry.
So, next thing about foot care. The foot care industry globally is as big as the soda drink industry. I want you all to pitch that in your head. Foot care globally is as big as Coca-Cola and them. Now, we haven't, because we're not producers in the Bahamas, we don't pay attention to lines of production. Okay, because we don't produce now. Now, in the modern era, this producing and this producing. You don't have to go and borrow, $1 billion from Goldman Sachs. And the foot care industry production line is something I call everything feet. There is no place in this region where you can walk into a store and everyone got 2 feet, well, most people have 2 feet, and everyone can have a foot problem in their lifetime. And you could look on one retail wall and find everything from antifungal, these girls, them what they call acrylic nails. Under every acrylic nail, there rests a fungus. You hear me? Everyone. On all these athletic shoes these boys wear, there is a fungus. Right? We have antifungal treatment for every one of these things. Ingrown toenails, treatment for every one of these things. Fallen arches, Achilles tendon injuries, calf injuries, swollen legs, dermatitis. The retail part of this store, and it's retail. This is not stuff you got to go to the doctor for no more. This is not stuff you have to go to the pharmacy and pay $40 for a tube of cream when you squeeze it and half of it is air, right? This is stuff you'll have on a retail shelf. You'll get the guidance and the advice, and this is retail storefront medicine at your fingertips. The retail part of this business, I'll share with you all. Don't see me standing in scrubs because I'm going to do one procedure today. The retail part of this business is going to be bigger than the medical part. I rest my case.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. And just before we close, we would like to ask, I guess, your better half, Mrs. Emelata Johnson, to close us out for today. Welcome her.
Good morning, everyone. You know, Dr. Johnson has said a lot, and he is usually the more vocal person in this relationship. But I am always the mobile person. I'm always moving here, there, and everywhere. As he stated, I want to encourage everybody to take a look at the product. You know, it's affordable. I am a former banker by profession, spent 20 years in banking, started off at Barclays Bank. And I am also an entrepreneur outside of banking. I've done my own little thing in terms of art, okay? And so I am a person, I like business, and I like investments. And if I weren't already a part of the company, I would be investing, okay? And so I was sold on the vision, and that's why I work so hard for the company. Now we're gonna have an opportunity, we're gonna give everybody else an opportunity later on in the day, actually 11 o'clock this morning, we're gonna be on the Darrell Miller Show this morning at 11 a.m. Okay, so you'll have an opportunity to ask a lot more questions, and we'll go in depth in what our product offering is. Okay, so the general public have the opportunity to call in on the Darrell Miller Show today at 11 a.m. Dr. Johnson is going to be on for an hour. I'm giving him an hour today. I know, but we have more shows coming. Yes. I know. But that's why I'm going to be right there. You know, I'm going to be right there. It's time for us to go. So 11 a.m., you're going to have an opportunity to ask a few more questions, and we'll have some more answers for you. 1540, Darrell Miller. There you go.
Thank you, everybody. Once again, this is a very, very amazing opportunity. You can go directly to ArawakX.com. You can look at our contact information. You can contact us. We have amazing staff right here to help you if you don't understand how to walk through the technology. Our doors are open right here. Sandy Port, you just drive on in. You look for the Spritz restaurant. We're directly opposite it, and we will be more than happy to walk you through the very quick 7 minutes, and you will invest just like that. Thank you so very much for joining us today. We will see you on the platform. Bye for now. Yes, very good. Should we gonna do this real quickly?